What a great Friday night tradition. A lot of people love to go out, but it can be a real budget buster, that's for sure. So let me show you some ways to keep movie theater costs. Natural Energy is no longer doing business here in Arizona. Helping Ellen brings Call 12 for Action's total consumer savings this year.
Drum roll, please.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There we go.
There is an all-time milestone for Channel 12 and Call 12 for Action. $1,001,730. Again, this is just an amazing situation for our volunteers. I've been here almost 10 years. We've never hit $1 million. We finally did, and we still have 2 months to go.
Well, congratulations to them. Congratulations to you as well.
We're very excited.
Huge milestone. Wanted to share something that actually just came in from a viewer, Dave. I'm going to surprise you on this one. Congratulations, 12 News and Call 12 for Action for reaching the 1 million mark for the year. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, thanks for all your hard work, Dave, taking care of us.
My wife cuts me a mango in the morning and leaves it for me, so when I get home at 2 o'clock, it's ice cold in the bowl waiting for me.
That's so nice.
It's my favorite food. For probably your best results these days, you should go through Twitter, because calling, sometimes you're going to be in that phone tree. It's going to take you a long time. Twitter, you're probably going to get a response real quick. Where are my Twitter friends out there? Send me a tweet at DaveCherry12. Let's talk about how to keep you from getting hit with this checking account switching gotcha. Remember this too, Faye. Free apps aren't really free. You do give away that UDID number to the developer every time you download an app. A lot of people didn't know that. They know it now.
All right. Thanks to you, my friend.
A utility bill dispute this morning. This viewer didn't forget to pay his bill. You know what? He paid it twice. When APS couldn't find any record of payment, we had to conduct an in-depth investigation, and guess what? We found the money.
I was just about ready to chalk it off as lost money.
Barry Teitler had paid his APS bill by check like always, but a month later he received a notice that his $250 bill was past due. A couple of days later he got another surprise.
I found a notice on my door that they're going to shut off my electricity in 3 days.
Barry figured the check just hadn't arrived yet, so he paid his bill by credit card and his account was square. He asked APS what would happen if it did show up.
Either we'll credit your account or we'll return a check to you. And I said, fine, either way is good.
The check to APS was eventually cashed, but APS never credited Barry's account. He showed them the canceled check and demanded an investigation.
We'll look through all our accounts and see what we have. They came back and they said, we have no record of that deposit ever being made.
The check was cashed, but APS claimed they never got the money.
I said, how can someone cash a check that's made out to APS? I said, unless their last name is Apps, the bank is not going to accept it.
Barry had paid the bill twice, and when he realized he wasn't getting a refund, he called 12 for Action. Our volunteer spent weeks investigating until she found the problem. APS's bank, Wells Fargo, had credited the check to someone else's account. Wells Fargo corrected the mistake, credited APS, and Barry got his money back.
Thank you. I would have been out $250 had it not been for Channel 12.
Now that right there is the sound of pure joy. $250 you never thought you'd see again in your life, now back in your pocket thanks to Channel 12. We want to thank APS and Wells Fargo for working with us and getting this matter resolved. But you know what? It was our Call 12 volunteers' tenacity that found the source of the problem. It was simple human error. The check was just posted to the wrong account, and just took a lot of digging to uncover that fact. Helping Barry brings Call 12 for Action's total consumer savings for 2012 to $390,815. And Faye, this is another good reason why, if you can pay any bills online with an online check, it's much better than sending it through the mail. All right, forgetting to get a referral could leave you with a $20,000 hospital bill. Is this for real? This is the kind of healthcare consumer problem that really frustrates me. A patient's insurance will cover a surgery, but only if a referral is on file and somebody forgets to get it. Who's at fault? Who's responsible? And why did our viewer get stuck with a bill for almost 20 grand?
Gallbladder removed.
Now Joe Tarango had to figure out how to pay. He has Medicare Part A and a supplemental plan with Aetna. The surgery was scheduled for Banner Estrella Medical Center.
I showed him both cards, and the girl told me that Medicare does not cover nothing for this, because it's an outpatient.
That was okay. Joe knew Aetna would cover outpatient surgery, but Aetna requires a referral first. Joe says he gave the surgeon's office all his insurance information, but they never obtained the referral. So Aetna denied the claim, and Banner sent Joe a hospital bill for nearly $19,000. Joe says he couldn't believe it, and the next thing he knew, he was getting calls from a collection agency.
I don't know what I'm going to do. So I started sending him some money, but I was getting to the point I was ready to file bankrupt.
3 years went by. Joe says no one from Banner or the surgeon's office would help him figure out what went wrong with the referral. This was a life-crushing mistake. Joe couldn't mess around.
I called all the news stations, and nobody ever got in touch with me. And it so happens that I called on the Friday, and Steve picked it up, and he told me he could help me.
Our Call 12 for Action volunteer gave Joe a voice with Banner, and in the end, Banner came through.
They called me up and they told me that they were going to drop the bill, the balance is going to be zero, and whatever money I gave them, they were going to send it back to me.
All the money Joe paid the collection agency was returned, nearly $600, and that massive bill just disappeared.
Oh, let me tell you, I'm so thankful. I'm really, really thankful for everything that they did for me.
Banner was not responsible here, but they do say they have a fail-safe at check-in to make sure surgeries are authorized, and our viewer says that that did not happen in this case. So the takeaway here, remember, make sure that you get confirmation from your primary care physician that the referral was sent and confirmation from the surgeon that it was received. We gave Joe a huge help here, and that brings Call 12 for Action's total consumer savings for 2012 to $455,195. One day in this Arizona summer heat without air conditioning is bad enough, but more than 2 weeks, well, that is nothing short of a nightmare. This next viewer finally couldn't stand it and paid out of pocket for something he thought his warranty should cover, and he reached out directly to me to see if I could get his money back.
No answers.
And no cool air either. Doug Fallon says for 17 days this summer, he, his wife, and dog were suffering the unbearable consequences of a broken AC unit. Doug's unit is by American Standard, a brand of Ingersoll Rand. Trane, another brand of Ingersoll, handles customer service. It was still under warranty, but Doug says it took Trane all those days to figure out they no longer manufactured the replacement coil needed to fix it.
They told me that I should contact the contractor, have them come out to do a temporary patch on the unit to get it going until they could manufacture a part.
Doug says Trane told him to pay the contractor and then the company would discuss reimbursement afterward.
Anytime that I'm out of AC for 17 days, I would assume on their part in good faith that they would go ahead and pay for the patch until they could produce the part.
Doug had a contractor do the repair that day, but says for several days after that, he kept calling Trane about his money, but never could get anyone on the line.
We paid a $980 bill to the contractor to do a patch on the system, and as of right now, there's been zero response from Trane.
The AC is working again, and everybody's happy about that. But Doug wants Trane to respond and deliver as promised.
When I bought a system with Trane, I believed that I was buying a superior product, and at this time, I'm definitely feeling more than disappointed with their customer service.
Well, since Doug put his faith in me, I picked up the phone myself on his behalf and made one phone call to Trane. And guess what? The company agreed to cut him a check that day, and he just got his money 2 days ago. The lesson here is, if your AC is out and you're waiting on a part, make sure you fight for a temporary fix at the company's expense while you wait. Do you have an AC problem? Maybe I can help out. That's what I'm here for. Contact me on Twitter at DaveCherry12, and I'll see what I can do to help. Helping Doug brings Call 12 for Action's total consumer savings this year to $401,785. And one other bit of good news here, Faye. The contractor that did that patch, they warranted that patch for a whole year, so now a replacement part is not going to be needed. Fix is done. No extra money out of pocket for the company or for Doug. He's very happy.
A lot of sweating going on in that household.
17
until it
days.
got
That
dealt
little
with.
doggy, too, was not feeling too good.